Hi there, my name is DJ Waldow, and I'm turning 50 on February 23rd, 2026. So for the next 50 days, I am sharing one thing that I've learned over the almost 50 years on this planet. Today's thing is pivot and iterate. I got a text yesterday from a very good friend of mine, somebody I trust, somebody I respect. And this person said to me, I have some feedback on your 50 things. Are you ready to hear it? And of course, she had already listened to the episode that talked about feedback being honest, direct, and actionable. And she said, come on over. I'll have a beer with you and let's talk through some of this. She gave me a lot of feedback. Some of it was very harsh, definitely direct, definitely honest, but all of it was actionable. And I want to share with you a couple things she shared with me, which relate directly to this episode about pivoting and iterating. She went through most, if not all, of the videos, and some of the feedback was this. First, in some of the clips, I'm a little bit too close, like this in the video. So I'm working on that. I thought that was really good feedback. I hadn't heard that before. Another thing she had said was sometimes I sound a little bit too scripted. I mean, I'm trying to do these cuts in these videos to cut out the silences, but that's not me. She said, just be you, just be authentic, be who you are. People want to hear from you, not this clipped out version of you. And I think if I'm being honest, I'm probably doing that as a recovering perfectionist. And I don't know, that's like kind of how people on social media do it. But yeah, that's not me. I like to just roll the tape and see what happens and kind of free flow a little bit. So I'm trying that obviously with this video. There are some cuts, but I'm really trying to limit the cuts unless I forget what I'm about to say, like right now, which is why this part is clipped a little bit. See, sometimes that ADHD does get in the way. Even though it's a superpower, it does distract me. She also said to me that I'm burying the lead. Like if you watch the whole video, the most important stuff, the storytelling, that is what people really want to hear about how I got to this thing, that storytelling is buried somewhere in the middle. As a freelance writer, that's what I do all day long. I put the most important stuff up front, so you hook somebody. As I've mentioned before, I'm working on stand-up comedy and you got to come out of the gates hot with something funny to get people laughing. So this whole idea of iterate and pivot is so important. And I think too many people often fail, just keep doing what they're doing because it's easier, because it kind of works, because they're afraid of change, whatever the case is. I mean, I always think about this one phrase. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So one of the things I've been doing over and over is this consistently posting, which I think is great. And I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep doing these 5 to 7 minute videos, even if most people are just watching the clips on social. That's fine. So I am keeping some things the same. But those changes I mentioned earlier around how close I am to the camera, how authentic I'm sounding, I want to make sure I'm not sounding too preachy. She told me also I tend to do a lot of pointing. I think that's just because I use my hands a lot. I don't know. I'm trying to be more aware of that because for me, I do think that it's so important to pivot and iterate. If something isn't how you want it to be, if the outcome isn't what you expect it to be or hope it to be, make some changes. The other thing that you'll start to see if you're watching these teaser clips on social media, I'm going to try something new where I'm going to find a clip that really is a hook. I'm going to find that thing that is truly the story that is more authentic DJ and share that first. I'm also going to lower my expectations. I think I've talked about this one. If I haven't, this high hopes, low expectations. If people just watch the teaser clips, that's fine. I'd love it if people watched this whole video. But the reality is, I just need to get these things out. And if my kids watch them someday, that would be amazing. If I can go back and look at the lessons that I've been sharing over this 50-day period leading up to my 50th birthday, that'd be cool. For the most part, if you want to watch the stuff on social, that's great. If you want to subscribe, that's great. I'm still going to encourage you to subscribe. But if you don't, that's okay. But coming back to this idea of iterating and pivoting, I think it's important in your, see, there I am with the finger again. So I'm putting my hands are now going in my pockets. I think it's important, obviously, in business too, right? If you are running a business or you're part of a company and things aren't going the way you're hoping them to go, you got to make some changes. Sometimes that means quitting your job, if that's an option. Sometimes that means changing your business plan, if that's an option. And In your personal life, there's countless examples of when things aren't going how you want them to go. And sometimes you just need a change, need a change of pace, do something different. Like I talk about in thing number one, step out of your comfort zone. One thing I'm also thinking through with this project is that this just might be the beginning. This 50 things might just be the learning phase. I'm changing things around a little bit and experimenting a little bit to hope to find the formula that is the most effective. That's part of iterating and changing, is trying things, testing things. If something doesn't work, do it differently. If it does work and you like the outcome, keep doing more of it. I mean, that's what we tell our kids, right? So hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully this format is a little bit more DJ, a little bit more animated DJ, less hands, less pointing, less in your face. Hopefully I can spread the camera out a little bit so you don't see my big head the whole time. And keep sending that feedback. I tend to batch these videos, but I might be doing a couple at a time as things come up. But keep sending the feedback. I really appreciate it. And that's it. That's thing number 20, pivot and iterate, or iterate and pivot. The order doesn't matter. As always, if you like this episode, please go to 50things.co, add your email address, subscribe. You can watch on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, just search 50 Things, or you can just follow along on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or TikTok, wherever you go. That's fine. I appreciate you so much. Until tomorrow, thank you. Thank you.